Hello, I'm Tony Maurer, a board of director with the Minnesota Association of Realtors. Today I'm here with Patty Zuzik, an agent who came to talk to us about the importance of government in our industry.
Thanks, Tony. I was just wondering, why do realtors need to be involved in government?
Well, Patty, because government at the federal, state, and local level is directly involved in your profession almost every day. Patty, let's take a look at each step in a real estate transaction to see where and how government is involved.
Okay.
Government is right there with you even before you start representing clients in a transaction. To practice real estate, as you know, you need a license issued by the Minnesota Department of Commerce, a government agency. State law also requires licensees to take continuing education during their 2-year licensing cycle.
Once I have my state-issued license, I just can't go to work?
Well, Patty, the first step in a transaction is, of course, disclosing your agency relationship, which again is a state law. Then you can secure your listing and advise your client about the listing price. But of course, state law requires that both the seller and the agent disclose all material facts of the property that could affect an ordinary purchaser's use and enjoyment of the same. Furthermore, there are other state-mandated disclosures, such as methamphetamine production, predatory offenders, radon, lead paint, airport zones, special tax treatments, septic systems, and wells. Oh, and don't forget, truth in housing ordinances imposed by most cities. Patty, if you're representing a buyer, you'll help them determine whether a listing will meet their needs. School district performance, city and county land use regulations, zoning ordinances, taxing districts, and rental ordinances all impact the value of residential property. Each of these factors is controlled by a city or county government, and all of these elements, Patty, play a role in the marketability of property.
So wait a minute. Once I secure the listing for the client, and the client fills out the disclosure statements, they're comfortable with the price, I can't just put it on the market?
It's a good question, Patty. Well, and guess what? The government is there to tell you when and where you can display open house signs as part of your marketing. Once again, government is involved in your transaction.
Holy cow, Tony. What else could there be?
Patty, once you've marketed the listing, it'll soon be time to think about offers and the purchase agreement. Again, federal, state, and local government will be involved. Filling out the purchase agreement, as you know, brokers are required by state law to deposit their earnest money into a trust account insured by the FDIC. Oh, and those legal descriptions, those come from local government. Meanwhile, if you're representing a buyer, they're probably busy putting together purchase financing. The government will be right there with you. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and FHA dominate the secondary mortgage market, which means the government is involved in almost every home loan. Patty, also there are many government programs at the state and local level for first-time home buyers. Whereas in this case, government involved in a transaction can actually make homeownership possible. Patty, bottom line, when it comes to financing, the government will definitely be with you at the table.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work.
Patty, all of your hard work is about to pay off. Let's say you've made it to an accepted offer and it's time to close. Recognize government is still knee-deep in your transaction. There are several closing regulations in our licensing statute, Chapter 82. Oh, and don't forget mortgage registry and deed tax, which are state taxes. Also, the lender may require flood insurance. Patty, who draws floodplain maps? FEMA, a government agency. And don't forget about the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. You know it as RESPA. It's where the federal government tells us what information needs to be provided to a buyer when closing a transaction.
Wow, I didn't realize government was so involved in our real estate industry.
Well, we're not quite done just yet, Patty. You've got your license, you've secured a listing, or you're representing a buyer. You successfully marketed the home, your client secured financing, the offer was accepted, and you've now closed. Congratulations. Now's the time for the commission check, right? Well, and one more chance for government involvement.
Oh no, now what can they do?
Income taxes, Patty. As well as, in 2013, there was an attempt by the state of Minnesota to add a sales tax on your commissions, as well as other services in a transaction. Thankfully, that was defeated by the Minnesota Association of Realtors.
Well, Tony, I see that government is involved at every level, federal, state, local, in every aspect of a real estate transaction, and that's absolutely critical to what we do as realtors. So we do need to be involved. What can I do to make a difference? Will my voice even be heard?
Patty, what's most important is you can join the Realtor Party and invest in RPAC. RPAC is the Realtors Political Action Committee. RPAC contributes money to pro-realtor candidates who support the real estate industry. Contributing to RPAC is truly an investment in your career. RPAC investments ensure realtors' voices are heard in DC, St. Paul, and at your local city hall. Failure to be involved politically can and likely will result in someone else filling the vacuum left by you.
So I can't afford not to be involved, to participate. How do I participate, Tony?
Patty, it's quite easy. Go to realtoractioncenter.com/RPAC to contribute. You can do a one-time payment or you can spread it out monthly. Your contribution is critical.
Thanks, Tony, for all the explanation.